Hey, buddy.
Hey, guy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. You got a good little insight into married life this morning?
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah. I had phone alarm set for 8:45.
Mhm.
Wrist alarm, my Whoop set for 9. Woke up at 8. Ash happened to be awake, and she's like, "You going back to sleep?" I'm like, "Yep, 45 minutes." I went right back to sleep. And phone alarm goes off, and I'm trying, first few seconds of like, am I gonna wake up at this, or am I gonna go turn this off and just wake up with my wrist alarm? And just Ash is fully awake. And are you awake? Yes. Had not slept. Annoyed that I fell right back asleep. And just cheese on the brain. In no small way. You only got like a slice.
I mean, from the messages she was sending me this morning, like, I can definitely understand the magnitude of this, because I wouldn't even be getting a dribble of this if it wasn't a very large thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah, I don't know the full magnitude, but I know it's bigger than any of us could ever imagine.
Yep. So we talked cheese and what should I do until my wrist alarm went off. At which point I have 30 minutes to be in this room. And talked another 30 minutes. And yeah. She's like, should I go back to sleep? Should I eat cheese?
I mean, it was hilarious because she texted me and I was like when I saw it, I got a notification from her. I was like, oh shit. I hope everything's okay, because this is very abnormal to get a message from her this early in the morning.
Yeah.
And I look at it and she's like, just FYI, Nate might be late this morning because I have to talk to him about cheese.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fully understandable and acceptable and totally okay. And then she's telling me about a brief bit of where she's at with cheese and how much she wanted it. And she was like, it couldn't have been the cheese's fault to make me feel bad and this and that. And I was like, absolutely not. Cheese would never. It's the unseasonable heat.
That's right. It's like, it's the miasma. It's the vapors. But at the beginning she was like, should I go back to sleep? And I was like, I don't know, you seem pretty awake. And she's like, yeah, I was just going to sleep 45 minutes anyways. And then we talked for another 30 minutes. And she's like, I might go back to sleep. And I was like, what you're not going to do is go back to sleep. You should have done that at 8 o'clock when I went back to sleep. And she'll also get, like, 90% positive. She would get sleep paralysis. Because that'll happen if, like, she's sleeping and, like, I have just recently left the bed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, whenever that happens, my job to go, like, shake her. So no, you can't go back to sleep. So I don't know what she's doing now. She also, I guess we were just talking about New Year's, I guess. We got this charcuterie plate that is supposed to be for like 12, 15 people. And it's got like 4 different types of cheeses, and 2 of those cheeses are her favorite cheeses. And I was like, when we were discussing cheese, you could not ingest the same amount of cheese that made you feel bad, because there's only so much cheese left because you ate so much cheese. She was like, I don't know. It's like, okay. Eventually she was like, I guess get up and get coffee. So I go to the kitchen and getting coffee. She just pulls out the cheese platter. And she's looking at it. She's like, I hate this much cheese. Like, how is it possible you've not looked at the cheese platter in the 4 days that have gone by? Because yes, you ate that much cheese. And she was like, did you like this one or did you like that one? It's like, I didn't try either of them because you told me not that those are your cheeses. And she's like, oh, I don't remember that. It's like, it wasn't a Sweetie, could you please not eat these cheeses? It was, these are my cheeses. I was like, okay, I can honor that. I only like cheese so much. It's meats and like dates and grapes and strawberries. There's a lot of stuff on this plate, not including like we have like a fig spread and we had Via 313. We had
just all of that, just a casual, just adding on like the heaviest pizza you could possibly get in this area.
Yeah. Like cups of cheese. Well, how much is a pint? You could have had a pint of cheese.
I mean, a pint is 16 ounces, which that's volumetric ounces.
Mm-hmm.
If it was weight ounces, that'd be a pound of cheese.
Anyways, we had a crazy spread, as we were wont to do. Stayed up watching. We watched the new Knives Out movie, which was like Wake Up Dead Man. I don't know. Have you watched any of the Knives Out movies?
Probably.
I like them a lot.
Yeah.
And then we saw 2 comedy specials. The latest Tom Segura one and the Jordan Jensen one from this year. It was pretty good. We started watching the Brett Goldstein one.
Yeah.
Not as good.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. I forget if we talked about the drink fountain last night. I think that was my Christmas present. But we also had a drink fountain, which you've seen photos of by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know we did talk about it pre-New Year's, but I don't know if we talked about it on here or elsewhere. I knew it was a thing.
It was magnificent, majestic. Especially not just with the drink that Ash made, which we had a great time like dialing in a couple days before, but also like the different fruits and cinnamon sticks and all that, like visually pleasing. But then also, I was plenty drunk. And yeah, New Year's proper. Popped a bottle of champagne, went out to the field behind the community center down the street. Watched all the fireworks. It was a good time.
Heck yeah. Woo. Happy anniversary, New Year's.
Thanks, mate. We, New Year's Day. I don't know what traditions you and Jer have over here, but we've been eating cabbage and bacon on New Year's Day. Sometimes we've done it New Year's Eve, but after trial and error, I think New Year's Day is the day for us anyways. Then we also take a pomegranate, we just started this last year, and spread the seeds at the front door and in front of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And we each have a dozen pomegranate seeds for the 12 months of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And then we eat some more seeds. But that's a Greek thing or a Mediterranean thing that we started doing. That one of our friends does. And we're like, let's do that. And a lot of people didn't like 2025, but 2025 was okay to me and Ash.
Yeah. I have 0 traditions around New Year's.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a single thing. Like seeing the ball drop, that's not a priority to me. I don't see that every year. Even staying up until midnight. I mean, I didn't stay up until our midnight this New Year's. I stayed up for East Coast midnight, which is still I don't know if I did that last year. But yeah, I don't have any like New Year's Day eat this or that kind of thing or do this or that. It's just never really been a thing. New Year's has just never really spoke to me as a holiday. It's just another turning of the page in the great book of life.
I might understand that, except that we lived through the millennium. Wasn't that a big deal?
Yeah, that one was.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe that one makes all the rest of them kind of dumb. It's just like, okay, Nothing too crazy about 2026 or whatever. I don't know.
I don't know if I can remember any years before that. And I guess we were like 10 or whatever, but I remember watching like the Dennis Miller comedy special, like Millennium comedy special that night, and then playing Final Fantasy VII till late in the morning, being like, any minute now. But yeah.
Are you talking about like 99 to 2000
Yeah.
New Year's? I don't remember anything about what I did that night or whatever. I have very few like actual memories of any individual New Year's. I can remember one from like maybe high school. Maybe it was just after high school. I don't remember exactly when.
Mm-hmm.
I went over to our old kind of mutual friend Brandon's house.
Yeah.
And Katie was there.
W?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Brandon's parents were there, and I guess his parents are also friends with the French teacher that we had.
Wow, okay.
And she was there.
Mm-hmm.
And she got a little tipsy, and that was fun for us to see.
Nice.
That's like one of the only like New Year's I can like really remember from the past, and even in like recent history, it's just like
Well, I know one other you probably remember.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is, I don't even think of that as New Year's. I think of that as your wedding. Like, that's your wedding superseded the fact that it was New Year's. That was a much bigger deal to me. But yeah, I don't know. Just I like it because I get a day off.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to not back in the restaurant days, but now in the grown-up space, definitely appreciate the day off. But I mean, other than that, I've never been big on New Year's resolutions or anything like that.
That I'm not a fan of, but yeah.
But yeah, days have been like fake for like the last week. Like I had to work this past week, but I had Thursday off for New Year's Day, but like I had to work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Friday, which Friday was a joke. I sent like 3 emails and chatted with one person. Like nobody was doing anything, like in my company or out in the world.
I checked my work laptop and I could tell it was the same at work.
But yeah, I don't know. I will be a little bit happy just to get past this, like, what day is it kind of... Because this whole... I won't say it on here because it's a little crass, but I found a funny Instagram thing that described the time between Christmas and New Year's and in the corporate world. And, yeah, it is kind of like just kind of floating in the ether of time right now. But even next week, it's not going to be like back to business as normal because I got to go to Houston for a week.
Yeah.
For the week. Which, yay, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm a little excited just because I get to show off my new body to a lot of people that haven't seen it yet. Because even in August, I'd already lost a lot of weight, but I've lost 40 more pounds since then. So even smaller than they saw me in August. But the August meeting was a very small meeting. It wasn't like everybody in the company. And the last time I saw like everybody in the company, I was literally like 150 pounds heavier. There you go. So that'll be interesting. That's always fun to because, oh my gosh, you look so different. I was like, yeah, I look good now. But otherwise, luckily I got some other stuff coming up here in the near future where I don't feel like I'm going to immediately slip into that post-holiday depression that sometimes I get in January. So that's good.
I hope the inevitable cold that's coming someday.
Yeah, it's not coming, bro. Like, we might get, like, a single day again, like, one more day where it's, like, a high in the 40s or something.
I think we'll get a week of that.
We gotta get something. This has been bumming me to no end. And I don't know, man.
We'll see if this raises your spirits. I know you'll be missed around the house this week because usually you come over to work out with Ash.
Mm-hmm.
And last time you came over, we were chilling for a bit.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to give you space to do what you do in there.
Yeah.
But even from the living room, I could hear that you were doing hard stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe for the first time.
I mean, well, the thing was, it wasn't even hard, which is what made it cool. But yeah, just definitely, finally, like, I've known for a while, like, what I want to do with my body right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can feel what it needs, and I've been relaying that to Ash. And basically, what I need is, like, yoga type stuff. I need body weight, body movement, get my body moving like a regular person again, kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been wanting this, and I've been telling her this for a while now, but understandably, as a trainer, professional trainer should do, is she, like, pulls me back in. It's like, we got to make sure that certain things are at just a bare minimum base level before we can try to do that other stuff, because you don't want to hurt yourself or have setbacks, which totally understandable, and I appreciate it that she does that, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating for me, because, like, usually if I'm one of those guys, like, once I start getting into something, like, I want to just go balls to the wall at it and
Mm-hmm.
just do as much as I can as quick as I can. So it's been a little frustrating just having to wait for it, but again, that's just me thing. That's nothing on Ash. Ash did the right thing. She saved me from myself, from hurting myself.
Mm-hmm.
But we finally got to this past week, started getting into some of that yoga stuff, and just she got me in a couple positions, and it kicked my butt, and, like, I was able to get in some positions like I don't know if I've ever been in my life,
There you go.
let alone the last 5 years, 6 years. And, like, so this was Friday, I think.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I texted her, I was like, my body feels, like, different in a really good way. Like, just everything about it. Like, I felt much more... the only way I could describe it to her is, like, my body just feels more awake. Which was awesome. And then I didn't feel near as sore yesterday as I thought I would from all the stuff on Friday. But for whatever reason, today I am sore as shit. Like, I don't know how there was a whole day delay in that, because I didn't really do any... I was trying to think, did I do anything yesterday that could have, like, really aggravated? And the only thing anywhere remotely physical I really did yesterday was I went and I took my car to a self-car wash, and I washed my own car.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like I was squatting or bending over a bunch. Like, I was using, like, the sprayer and just spraying, and then, like, I'd brush it and spray it. Like, I don't know how that could have done anything. But yeah, like, today every part of my legs are, like, sore. But it's a good sore. Just like, man, I thought I'd be... yesterday, I was like, I felt like such a G. I was like, I kicked that workout's butt, and, like, my body isn't even sore. We're rocking. But no, today... woke up really feeling it.
I think it's one of those things where if you keep doing stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it keeps resetting the clock or whatever, but then when you stop, like, I've been working out pretty consistently the last 2 weeks, but I know I'm not going to work out as consistently starting this week when I go back to work, and that's when I'm going to feel sore.
Yeah. But I also thought that too. I was like, I should get to the point where I'm doing some of that stuff at least on my own daily, just to get the blood flowing, get the muscles stretched.
It's super tough to do too. Like, I wouldn't, if it weren't for Ash working out like every day, and I can just hop in whenever I want. And even with that situation, like between working and like sometimes her workout is in the middle of the like Tuesdays and Thursdays she goes downtown, so she'll work out like before she takes off. But maybe that's on my lunch, maybe it's not. But yeah, I don't work out. Ash is the only one of all of us working out every day.
Yeah.
Or near every day. I think we didn't work out yesterday. Like we had to do stuff in the afternoon, but we still ran in the morning.
No, I feel you. I want to get into some kind of routine this. I mean, I'm not going to call it a New Year's resolution, but I think just I had such a solid 2025 in my body transformation that I feel like if I spend 26 doing just like keeping at it and really, really focusing on it, then by next year I could be to a point where I could just more maintain than try to achieve a huge transformation. And then I can like pick and choose what I want to focus on and just go slowly and just kind of get back to a normal kind of, well, normal's not the right word, but just a less intense way of going about that stuff. But I think if I put in the work, I can come out of 26 in a really good position. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. Still have some weight loss goals for this year. They're way less than last year in terms of amount, but that's just because when you start getting smaller, it takes more to lose anything.
Yeah. You'll get different goals. Like, can I lift this number over my head?
I mean, I still have a few like just personal like body weight goals like that I want to hit this year. And some of them are tied to actual things I want to do that require me to be a certain size.
Yeah.
Like I want to go skydiving here soon. I only need to lose about 20 pounds to get to that point. Same with I want to go zip lining on this cruise I'm going on in March, which that I need to lose 15 pounds. And then just a couple other benchmark weights. Like I'm hoping to hit 250 by hopefully mid-year. And then by the end of the year, I'm hoping to be, I haven't put an exact number on it, but somewhere around 220. Because I think that's probably a good weight to sustain at my size, 220. I could probably, if I wanted to get like, become a stick, I could get to like 195 if I really wanted to, but for someone my size, my build, like I'm built to have some muscle on me. I'm not built to be just like a twig. 220, like in his playing like form, Tom Brady was like 6'4", 220, 225. I'm 6'4".
Yeah, when I'm not eating like a jackass, like I'm 5'9" and weigh 195.
Yeah, but yeah, you got a lot of muscle on you as well. Like you're not weak. Like for me to get that small, I would have to not build any muscle other than just like what I need to move around, really. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we go throughout the year. But what else is going on? Today's the last day of regular season NFL football.
It is. You sent me an image. Hang on. Jeez, thumbs up. In my notes, I wanted to recap my fantasy season and how that went.
Do it.
Woo! Alright, fantasy lessons from this postseason. So I have, in total, 10 fantasy teams this year. One of them's a dynasty league, so let's say 9 redraft leagues. across 2 platforms. So out of leagues that I play with people I actually know, I can't even say that. With leagues where I play with the same people year over year, there's Facebook people that I've known forever, but have met none of them in person, I don't think. There's another group that we've been playing fantasy football together since COVID, but I know those people even less. Like, I literally only know them through fantasy football. The Facebook people I have been talking to since 2015, 2016. So that's 2. And then I've got Maine and Mania. So like our T-Tex league I call Maine. And then Corey's league I call Mania because it's Tackle Mania. So that's 4 leagues of like recurring year over year. And then I've done more in the past, but this year I just did 5 public prize.
Sorry.
All good. Public prize, complete strangers, mostly $20. I think 3 $20, $1 $50, $100 buy-in. And what ended up happening is out of those 9 redraft leagues, out of the 5 public ones, I went to the postseason in 4. And then out of Maine, Mania, and the other 2, I went to the postseason in 2 of those. I went in Mania, and I went in our that Facebook ones that you joined this year.
Mm-hmm.
And then out of those, I guess this is where I start reading my notes. Out of all those teams, one of them was a first place team, one of them was a second place team. Both of those teams did not go on to the championship round. My Mania team defeated in the wild card week. The Facebook Friends group did not go on to the championship round. The 2 teams out of all those teams that went on to the championship round that did go to the finals were both from the 4th spot. One of those teams that got into the championship wasn't just in the 4th spot, but to even get into that 4th spot, tied for an 8-7 record with 3 other teams and got in on points. One of the teams playing for the championship, so out of the 2 teams left, had Ramondre Stevenson in the flex, and I swapped him out for Waddle because Travion Henderson came back from concussion. I didn't start Travion Henderson anywhere, though, because worrying about him splitting time with Ramondre Stevenson. But Waddle, who I put into that flex spot, ended up going out with a rib injury in like the first quarter. And Ramondre Stevenson, who again I replaced with Jalen Waddle, he ended up blowing up. So that's just kind of how that goes. I still had a chance there if the kicker went off, but did not. So that's a second place finish for that one. The team that went the farthest, that team that got into the championship after placing 4th and tying with 3 other 8-7 teams, has a story behind it. So it's one of the teams that I drafted earliest. In the preseason, I traded away James Cook and George Pickens to get R.J. Harvey and T. Higgins so that I could pair T. Higgins with Jamar Chase. And my thought process was T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Bengals had the leading pass offense last year. Joe Burrow stays healthy. This is a gold mine. But Burrow got injured early. Chase and Higgins struggled after that. R.J. Harvey, the Bengals generally, that UTO team also had Chase Brown, the running back for the Bengals. They suffered through most of the season. But then, when they didn't suffer, was Joe Burrow came back like trying to show what the team could have been.
Mm-hmm.
So the last 3 games of the regular season, or I guess maybe like the last 2 games of the regular season, but then the 2 rounds of the championship, or the 2 rounds of the postseason, all 3 of them went off. So that's how I won there. And to get into the playoffs with that team, I had to choose R.J. Harvey and T. Higgins over other options for wide receiver and flex. And it was tough to do because I had other options like Cortland Sutton, somebody else. But I put them in there because I've done this before where I've made a trade and it's been boom or bust. But when it comes down to it, and I'm like, you know what? I know I traded for them. I know I gave up whatever I gave up. In this case, James Cook and George Pickens, but I'm not going to put them in. And then they go off. And I'm like, why did I even do that trade? So that was my thinking going into it, is like, I would feel awful. That's what I put in caps, is I would feel awful if they were on the bench and could have gotten me in, but I didn't play them. So I did play them, and they did get me in, and they did give me the championship in that prize league. My kind of lesson from that, I've regretted that trade all year, is James Cook and George Pickens went off, but it was directionally correct. So I think the lesson is not to regret those trades. In Maine, Lauren gave me a 4th round draft pick for Chase Brown, and he scored a ton of points in the playoffs, but she still lost to Tony.
Mm-hmm.
So it had the intended consequence, but still couldn't beat randoms going off or randoms going silent. And those were the end of my fantasy postseason notes. So I think I traded with Abby, Lauren, Tony. That might be it. And each of them gave me different stuff. Lauren definitely gave me the best with a 4th round draft pick. But out of all of them, no, it must have been Abby and somebody else. Because Abby I gave Drake May and Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Justin Jefferson pooped in the bed is why she didn't go on. And then Tony and Lauren both had like players that I had traded to them when they were playing against each other. Who did I trade Tony? Oh, like Tet McMillan. So that doesn't hardly count. I don't think he did anything in the championship. So it's like you do all these things, you do all these trades, but does it ever like actually help you? Chase Brown did put up a bunch of points, but fantasy football is so random.
It is very random. So you ended up winning 1 league this year?
2 leagues.
2 leagues.
Wait. Was it 2? Yeah, I won 2 leagues. Yeah. Both of those leagues that went to the finals. So I don't know, a few $100 in the Yahoo wallet. But yeah, that was definitely one of the more successful seasons of fantasy football for me. I think I have the 4 out of the 5 public prize teams going to the playoffs. I feel like I have the Yahoo standard 10-team kind of formula down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely going to keep drafting early, June, July early. I don't know if I'll add any teams though, because like 10 total fantasy teams seems like a good round number. Although saying it now, like 12 kind of feels more directionally correct. So maybe we'll see.
You're a silly goose.
Mania, I think I always do well because I like that 1 point per like passing first downs. I feel like I can gain that one to get into the playoffs pretty consistently. But man, oh man, is the toughest league not always ours. Most competitive, by far, most participation. I think our rules are just dialed in perfectly. From roster to points. God, do I hate doing so bad at it. But I think that's just how it's supposed to be when you're the commissioner.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I can't say I have too many regrets for this fantasy season. I mean, I was in 4 leagues. I made it in the playoffs in like one of them. But I just every year I'm just screwed over by injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the only real regret I have is not trying to get more out of my players in the main league when I knew that I wasn't going to be making the playoffs. Like, I waited way too long to try to start selling players off, and before I knew it, I didn't get anything for anybody. So, but whatever. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe next year I don't need any traded draft picks. Nothing wild. Last year I finessed the system where I lost every game in the regular season, but I didn't end up very last in the league for the season because I ended up winning one like consolation playoff game, which put me in like 11th instead of 12th or something.
Mm-hmm.
Where this year, like, I definitely won multiple times. I was not last in the league at the end of the regular season, but I did so poorly in the consolation games that I am now ranked last in the league as the end of the season. So just gonna shake off the last couple of years. Those were just I needed there to be a new trophy.
There you go.
And once that's alive, then my team will come back alive. But yeah. Fantasy football.
Big time.
You're
a little guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I won a trophy for winning this dumb little Thanksgiving competition at my work. And the trophy got here like on Friday. And Thanksgiving was like a month and a half ago.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever. Just to kind of circle back on the cheese conversation.
Yeah.
Because while you were going on about all your fantasy teams, Ashley was sending me more messages about cheese.
Yeah.
And she's sending me some pictures. And she sent me a picture of the cheese board now. And she like circled the area where there was no cheese. And she's like, Nathan says I ate all this cheese. That can't be possible. And then I was like, that doesn't really look like all that much cheese could have gone there. And then she's like, here's the before picture. I was like,
yeah.
Oh, you barely ate any cheese. She's like, oh, tell Nathan that. So I'm telling you now that from the images I'm seeing, it doesn't look like that much cheese.
She gets cheese drunk. There's this place called Rebel Cheese that she's like, do you know, have you heard of Rebel Cheese? I was like, we have had this conversation 6 times. Yes, I know Rebel Cheese. We're driving on 35 and it's on the right side. Yeah. Yes.
That's silly. But yeah, just to confirm after seeing those images, it made it, y'all making it sound like she ate a whole like full wheel of cheese.
Well, not a full wheel, no. But I think what the picture is probably not showing you is the depth that it goes. It wasn't like all flat on there. It's a pile of cheese.
I mean, I understand that, but it would be more impressive if it was a block, because when there's a pile, there's air in between spaces and stuff like that. I mean,
my point to her was you couldn't possibly eat as much cheese as you ate because you ate well over 50% of the cheese. So even if you ate all the cheese, it would only be like a third of the cheese that you ate on New Year's.
Yeah. But again, I don't know, because I guess I don't... Those, I guess, are more harder cheeses, maybe? Are they harder cheeses?
Couldn't tell you, didn't eat them.
Okay. Well, I don't want to get in the middle of that whole thing. I'm just a passerby in this cheese convoy that's driving by. But yeah.
But yeah.
Fantasy football season's over. Regular season's coming into the day. I told Ash that was another reason why she should probably eat some more cheese, because it's the last day of the regular season. And it only happens once a year.
I got this picture yesterday.
Oh yeah, you never updated me how that went.
I just picked it up.
The baby looks so bummed out.
Yeah. It's like, what do you mean you're giving it up, father? I love dinosaurs now.
I've been thinking about that a lot, because actually the last 2 nights, I guess, Jared and I have begun watching all of the Jurassic Parks.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday we watched the first one, and yesterday we watched the second one. So I got dinosaurs on the brain. Oh, that's silly.
Yeah. Dinosaurs on the brain, you say?
Mm-hmm. So is the trophy now in your possession?
It is. It's in the car, actually. I can bring it inside.
We got to decide what we're doing with it.
We're keeping the flag and we're tossing it on the fire.
Are we? I mean, I guess...
No, I can just go in here. Like the Legacy Trophy. Just forever. This is the Trophy Museum.
I mean, I do feel like we need to hold on to it for historical purposes, but just the location, or if you should hold on to it, if I should, if we should rotate it.
Oh, I think you, like, built it and birthed it. I have no problem with it staying here. As long as it's, per bylaws, displayed prominently.
Yeah. I mean...
There's a fire extinguisher up there for some reason. I think that could be replaced.
I mean, there's a lot of rearranging in this room that needs to happen. Although that fire extinguisher, that's a sign of my maturity these days.
Mm.
I would have never thought to need a fire extinguisher in the past. But now it's like, things can happen. Let's just be more safe than sorry.
In your mature lifestyle, just fires can pop up at any point.
You never know. With more and more technology and electronics, things can short out. And
I don't know why, but I do freak out about that every time, like, I'm about to walk out the door. If I have, like, my Whoop charger or anything, like, charging on the couch, I'm like, what if it sets the couch on fire?
Mm-hmm. It's a real thing. What else? Anything else going on?
There's so much going on, Kelly. It frustrates me how much is going on. We did trophy. One of the things I wrote in here. Oh yeah, so also part of our spread. We did the drink fountain, the charcuterie, the 313. We also had a Yule log.
Mm-hmm.
Just a big Swiss roll decorated. And we get that every year from a place called Zucchini Kill.
Mm-hmm.
Which is everything free, like gluten free, dairy free. I think it's nut free, soy free. Bakery here in Austin, and Ash posted the Yule log and one other thing with the Christmas tree in the background. And it was like, I don't know, whatever tags, like doing New Year's right or something. And tagged Zucchini Kill, and Zucchini Kill reposted it.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's nice.
Yeah.
So much sugar. We watched, what's up?
Well, I was thinking, like, when you were Like I've heard of Zucchini Kill before,
Mhm.
and you're like how it's like everything free. It's like what do they use then to like make this stuff? It's like just sugar.
Just punk rock and witchcraft.
But yeah.
Zucchini Kill is a reference to a band called Bikini Kill, I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
Which is, you gotta be into the scene.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
They did some promotion where it was like Help Nate Mark's Cupcake or something like that. And it was all of these band names that were like very punk, and I just like never heard of any of them. It's like, y'all have fun. We watched Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't seen that yet? I think last time you said your brother wants to watch it with you and you haven't.
Correct.
I'm a fan.
I mean, I've heard good things about it.
We watched the second movie. It's just a 2-part thing. New Year's Day, I think. And I think the first one is stronger. But my thing on it is that it's undeniably an anti-fascist screed. Like, it's easy to get the conformity and being different and integrity messages.
Yeah.
But I think the second movie really hammers it home that, like, this is about, like, power and proximity to power and othering and all the things that, like, God, we need it more than ever right now. And music was meant.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it eventually. I mean, I know I will, but I mean, controversial take. I'm not a huge Ariana Grande fan.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my brother absolutely loves her. I think Ash is a pretty good fan.
I'm a big fan.
You're a big fan. I don't know. I mean, I don't have any real reason to like dislike her, but just nothing about like she has amazing vocal talent.
Yeah,
I will never even begin to deny that. Like
that's good because I'd have to
top tier vocal talent, but it's just not on my wavelength of like the things that I really enjoy.
If I tried to, I could probably tell you a couple of her songs, but off the top of my head, I don't know like any of her songs or like what my favorite Ariana Grande song is. But I've seen her do things like with her voice. I was like, oh, that's like that is special. That is like Mariah Carey, Christina Aguilera. Like only a few people can do that, and she has such control over it. Yeah, I like her exclusively because of like the non-singing stuff or the. I guess it is singing stuff, but the like the interviews. I like her for all that stuff, and she did great in the movie.
Yeah, I mean maybe watching the movie will turn me around a bit, but yeah, definitely watch it at some point. I know like the movies are like 5 hours each, and that's just such a commitment.
I think it's 5 hours total, but yeah.
Well, still.
It did make me wonder, like, how long is that play in person? Like, how long are you sitting there?
Some plays can be pretty long. Like, I know my brother, I don't remember what play it was, but it was like, he went to some play on Broadway one time, and it was like 3 acts, and each act was like just over an hour or something. So plus intermissions, it was pushing on like a 4-hour situation. Ugh. Nobody's got time for that.
It's a spectacle.
Yep.
And I guess, like, is anything going on? We invaded Venezuela. That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. That's fun. I feel like it's been too long since we started a new war. It's about time.
I was watching that happen in real time on Twitter.
I woke up the other day and my brother was like, "Did you see we're at war with Venezuela?" And I was like, "Nice. That's cool."
Yeah. Oftentimes I'm like, I don't have to agree with every policy. I don't have to agree with. It's bananas to think any single person could agree with everything that any administration does, although there do appear to be tens of millions that, like, no matter what this administration does, blah, blah, blah. So, like, again, like, directionally, do I agree with replacing a dictator on our side of the hemisphere or our side of the world? Yada, yada, yada. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. I don't think I agree with the way that it was done or all the stuff that's led up to it. But what I think we all need to agree on is when you see the press conference that Trump gave, where he says stuff that the president gave, that the leader of the free world, that the commander-in-chief of the greatest military that history's ever known, the press conference that he gave, I think that needs to be examined and be like, what are we as a nation? Like, what are our goals? What are we comfortable with? Because according to that guy, we are in the business of going to other countries and selling their oil as we see fit. And that's the kind of thing that, like, certain elements would lay that claim at the feet of folks that were like, no, I mean, we are trying to go to a good thing. Yes, this is a place where there is oil, but that oil kind of attracts bad people that we have to deal with. It's not that we want the oil and are just doing what we want. And that's totally different than this situation we're in now, where, again, the guy in charge is like, it's about the oil. It's about the money we can make as a country. And it's like, is that who we are? Is that what we're doing here? Is that, like, we're just fully embracing empire at this point? Because that is explicitly what that is. It's like, they have what we want. They have an unpopular dude, so we're going to do this thing and do what we want. And it's like, I think we all need to watch that press conference and decide, do we agree with this? Because there's a lot of people that voted for Trump that months ago would have been like, no, we're not gangster imperialists.
I mean, they might have said that, but
yeah, there's a lot of people that said a bunch of things that,
yeah, it's pretty silly. We're a country filled with some silly geese.
Indeed. Tens of millions of silly geese.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be history changing. That'll be stuff that people will be dealing with for decades to come, just like we dealt with Iraq for decades after that.
Yeah.
Which we're also, you and I, reaching an age where it's like, oh, we're like seeing shit repeat. We're becoming the conservatives because we're the ones that are like, y'all are really going to relearn this lesson? Y'all are really going to do it again? Touch that stove again? I thought we didn't learn anything? Okay, we didn't learn anything. All right.
Well, I think it was pretty clear we didn't learn anything from the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as how, like, we've officially, like, put that whole thing to rest, like, within the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And that started in, like, the 90s.
That is true. I think of it in 2001, but it did actually start in 91.
Yeah, so that was like a 30-year situation. So maybe by the time we're 70 years old, this will be about done. We'll be pulling out of Venezuela for good.
And ready to go to the next one. At some point, Taiwan is going to be relitigated. At some point, Korea. So probably Venezuela.
Where's all the oil? Who has all the oil that we can go get?
I mean, we do now. I think we're the world's biggest producer since Biden.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm just trying to figure out. Because wherever we go next, like, there has to be a monetary reason to do it.
Oh, then I don't think it'd be oil. I think it'd be like rare earths.
Helium.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if. Well, no, not even gonna go there.
Space? We're gonna say space?
No.
Oh.
Although I'm excited, 2026 has the chance to be a pretty good space year.
How's that?
Well, I know here in the next month or two we're supposed to be shooting off Artemis and sending the first crew around the moon since the Apollo missions.
In a couple months?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like Q1 of 26. Like they've already been doing like mock launches and stuff with the crew and like doing all the final preparations for it. So here in the next couple months we'll be sending some folks to the far side of the moon for the first time in 50 years. So that's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
And I mean, not space related, just different stuff to look forward to in 26. We got Winter Olympics here starting up in about a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be a fun little week. I was talking to Ash about it, and she's like, oh, that's going to give us stuff to do for like 3 weeks. I'm like, no, Winter Olympics is different. I think it's like it starts on like a Saturday and ends the following Sunday.
Damn.
Like it's a 9-day event. So there's just not enough stuff to do in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
But still, that'll be fun. I think World Cups this year, that'll be a spectacle if nothing else.
I started thinking about the Corey Jamie fall trip.
I guess that is something I need to think about. We need to think about here, because I think I mentioned this on the last one, but I did get Jared to commit to a Europe trip this fall as well. So we're gonna have to plan those out, or make sure they don't overstep each other. I'm definitely gonna, especially if the Europe trip happens this year, I'm gonna visit more countries in this year than I'll have ever visited in a single year, which I've only ever visited, I guess technically, one other country, and that's the Bahamas, which is like barely a country.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it could be like 10 plus before the year's over. Almost was going to be another one. I was trying to go to Canada in like 3 weeks, but decided against it. It's just, there's so little daylight in the north.
Oh, yeah.
That far north this time of year.
This time of year.
Like, we're like talking like 7-8 hours of daylight. The juice just isn't worth the squeeze on that.
Gotta have bright, cool daylight.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully 26 will be an okay year for us. Get through it. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't know if you have anything else or what.
No, I think I'm good. We're right down.
Okay. Well, I'll try to post this today. We'll see what happens.
Cool.
I got to take down Christmas decorations today.
Damn. When I walked in and I saw your Christmas decorations are up, I was going to text Ash, like, the guys are still up. But she wants to take ours down, too.
No, this is about as late in the game as I'm okay with them staying up.
Alright.
As much as I don't want to actually just spend the time to do it, I'd rather them just be put away. Then I'm going to finish cleaning up Sasha today.
Mm-hmm.
Clean my car. I want to vacuum out the inside a little bit, do a little bit of treatment on the upholstery, dust it, but otherwise, yeah, okay. Well, if you made it to the end, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends. We are on our road to 30 subscribers.
One for each day of the month.
I think we're at 26 right now.
Almost enough for the month of February.
And this is episode 151. So we're getting a new subscriber every 5 episodes.
151. Hey.
Alright. Love y'all. Have a good one.
Love you guys. Bye.